Hi everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to have you here with me today where I'm going to be talking about how to become an accountant. My name is Rachel, I am the founder of Accountant She, and I am a speaker, an author, a business owner, but most importantly for today, I am an accountant. So I am the owner of a chartered accountancy practice, so I thought I would spend some time sitting with you guys today talking about how to become an accountant. Okay, so how do you become an accountant? Great question. So I run an Instagram platform called Accountant She, and this is one of the most frequently asked questions I get. How do I become an accountant? So I thought I'd cover off firstly exactly what an accountant is. So an accountant is somebody like me who is responsible for keeping, interpreting and analysing the financial records of a company. Within the accounting industry, accountants are split into two categories. We have industry and we have practice. Industry accountants are people that work within the financial department of a wider company and focus on the internal accounts. Practice accountants are accountants who work within a firm of accountants working on external clients' statutory accounts. So if you are asking the question, how to become an accountant, for the first time, you're probably pretty curious on how much an accountant earns. So in the UK, it's on a very broad spectrum, but the UK average is currently £30,000, with a starting salary for a trainee averaging at 18, moving all the way up to a management accountant who can expect to earn between 50 and 60 plus. Now, as I said, I am the owner and director of a chartered accountancy practice, so I thought I'd cover off quickly what skills I'm looking for when I'm hiring an accountant. So one of the top things that I look for when I'm hiring an accountant is attention to detail. It's incredibly important. We are the bottom and final line. For a lot of businesses, their year-end accounts are really a chance to pull things together, get things tidy and start with a clean slate. So attention to detail is really, really important. Next up, we have organisation. Quite often, especially in practice, as an accountant, you are managing a portfolio of 100 clients plus, so organisation and making sure that you have a plan to get all of your deadlines done is really, really important. But analytical skills, attention to detail and organisation are kind of obvious, so I thought I'd actually dig into the not so obvious things that I'm looking for when I hire accountants. The first one is problem solving. So I am an absolute true crime junkie. I'm a complete true crime nerd. I love watching whodunits, I listen to podcasts, I watch YouTube videos all about crime because I'm a problem solver inherently and I absolutely love trying to work out who did it. So I would love to know if there are people training to be accountants watching this video. Please let me know if you also love true crime in the comments, because I imagine there's actually a really, really high correlation. So problem solving is a really big part of what we do. Very often it's our job to look through 12 months worth of data and to look at things like money laundering. Is this client doing what they say they're doing? Are they doing it within the lines of the law? Our role is so wonderful and so interesting, and problem solving is a really, really big part of that. The second thing I look for, and again this is a personal favourite, it's spreadsheets. Now that might seem obvious, but really I'm not talking about understanding your way around Excel. I am talking about being an Excel nerd. Understanding, being confident with and loving spreadsheets is incredible, and it will put you far ahead of your competitors if you are looking to land your first job within the industry. It will mean that you can hit the ground running, and actually it just shows that extra bit of passion for numbers, detail and the job. The final thing that we look for, and it's hopefully something that I've been able to convey to you guys today, is passion. I am 100% all in that being an accountant is the best job in the world. All we get to do all day is work with business owners, entrepreneurs who are passionate about what they do, and actually being able to feed off that energy, look at what they do and assist them in doing it is incredible. So passion for accountancy, passion for people, and passion for business is absolutely something that will get you ahead of your competition in a really big way. Okay, so we've looked at what an accountant is, we've looked at what skills I'm looking for in an accountant, but how do you actually become an accountant? So, most people consider a diploma the best place to start, rather than jumping in and jumping ahead to a chartered qualification. So let's start at the very beginning. Within the UK, the most popular accounting diploma is AAT, which stands for the Association of Accounting Technicians. AAT is split into 3 levels: level 2, level 3 and level 4. So I'm just going to break them down for you to work out which level you should start at and what comes next. So level 2 is really for somebody that has no experience, no accounting experience, and is looking to land an entry-level job. Level 3 is for someone that has a little bit of experience and is looking to progress their career. Finally, we've got level 4, who is someone that's done level 2, 3 and 4 and is looking to really become a manager within the accounting industry. So once you've completed level 4 of AAT, you will be a full member and you get the letters MAAT after your name. Woohoo! So lots of people that do AAT are the individuals that are starting from scratch with no experience. If perhaps you've got a degree in accounting or finance or maths, you may decide to skip AAT altogether or start at a later level and then go on to do your chartered exams. And when you're there, you've either already got a degree or you've finished your diploma and you're looking at your chartered certifications. There's a couple of different options to consider. The top 3 chartered qualifications in the UK are CIMA, ACCA and ACA. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about the 3, the similarities and the differences. So all 3 qualifications, in order to actually graduate at the end, require 3 years of on-the-job business experience, and they range from between 12 and 15 exams each, but on average they all take between 3 and 4 years. There are exemptions to some exams, so if you've already got your diploma like AAT or relevant work experience, you can skip a couple of exams. So, CIMA, firstly, is the Chartered Institute for Management Accountants. Now, management accountants are people who work in industry. So you are working in a wider firm within the finance department, focusing on internal accounts, not statutory accounts. So this qualification is for people who are considering a career within industry. Okay, so next up we've got ACCA, which is the Association for Chartered Certified Accountants. This is a globally recognised qualification, so you could go anywhere in the world and be a chartered accountant. And this is a qualification that is accepted very, very widely by industry or practice. Next up, we've got ACA, which is governed by the ICAEW, which stands for the Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales. Again, this is another globally recognised qualification and is great for an accountant regardless of the industry. Generally, we see within our practice that ACCA and ACA is very popular for practice accountants and CIMA is very popular for industry accountants. And again, if you're not quite sure, it's best to stick to the ones that are accepted by both. So I wanted to cover off funding because, like any good accountant, you are thinking about the finance. So within the UK, there's a couple of different options. The first one is self-study and privately funding, but it can be pretty pricey. Next up, we've got apprenticeships, which are an amazing and really popular route within the UK. All 3 parties, the employer, the employee, and the training provider, all enter into a training agreement, which is a commitment for all parties, surrounded by encouragement, support, and passing those exams. So the third funding option is student finance. If you haven't got an apprenticeship and you can't quite afford to pay it up front, student loans are available to help cover the cost. So there you have it. I've covered off what an accountant is, what the different types of accountants there are. I've covered off how much an accountant earns and how to become an accountant. Like I said at the beginning, I am a business owner and I run the Accountant She Instagram platform. And I chose this video to be my first ever YouTube video because it is one of the most frequently asked questions I get. But the number one question that I get asked is, how do I land my first job in finance? So many people are finding that even with a diploma and with some training, employers will not take them unless they've got experience. So hit the subscribe button now to be notified when my next video launches, which is going to be how to land your first role in accountancy, even with no experience. I've absolutely loved spending time with you today, and I hope to see you again soon.